Hey everybody, Josh from Populi here. We're talking custom fields. These are fields you create, you manage. They allow you to add details, files, whatever you care about on profiles. They're not just useful, they're fun. Well, they're not that much fun. Do you know what is fun? Clicking that subscribe button and the notifications bell so you don't miss anything. This is a short video, but we also have a much longer one. We're linking that in the description below. The middle of both videos is pretty much the same, but we're going to leave out a lot of details at the end of this video. So if you want to fully master custom fields, the longer video is available for you. There's a ton you can use custom fields to do. You can track details on profiles about students, applicants, financial aid recipients, all kinds of stuff. You store pertinent files on any user profile, and they're custom, so you get to choose how they work, what they're called, etc. Roles, a whole mess of roles can use custom fields. Staff can set custom fields on the info tab on a profile. Academic admins and registrars can set them on the student tab on a profile. Admissions admins and admissions can set them on the admissions tab. Financial admins and student billing can set them on financial dashboard. Financial aid can set them on the financial aid tab. And then financial admins and donations can set them on the financial donations tab. These fields are set on profiles. So they're used to contain information or files or indicators that you can set on particular profiles. Let's say that you have a file that you receive from a student and it should be stored on their info tab. Let's look at creating that field and then placing a document on the field. We're putting this field on the info tab, so we need to have the staff role. The user that I'm using here has the staff role. We're going to go to contacts and then under manage here to custom fields. And you can see that we have person custom fields and organization custom fields. They work pretty much the same. They just apply to people and then organizations. So we're going to click add field over here. And then we're going to set the input type here to file. You'll see that we also have an option for multiple files down there. The difference is that a file field can only handle one file. So if I want to add another file to that field, you'd have to overwrite the existing file. It'll be lost forever. Multiple files allow you to just pile the old files on. For this one, we're going to just use the single file type. I give it a name. I've called it example. You can enter a description if you feel like that will help other coworkers, colleagues understand what the field is. Data permissions down here, we're going to cover in some greater detail, so we'll leave it set to default right now. Then we save. Once we've done that, we can set a file on a user's info tab. The staff role creates the fields and then is able to set them as well. So you need to have the staff role to both create and set the fields on a person's profile. I'm going to go to a profile and then on to the info tab. And then down here under other info, I'm going to click add and then choose a custom field. So as you can see, just creating the custom field doesn't immediately cause this field to pop up there. Then I can select the custom field that I'd like to set here. I'm going to choose example. And then this is where I would drag and drop a file or choose it from my computer. Once that file has been dropped there or chosen, it'll upload. And when it's complete, I can click save. And then if we look here under other info, you'll see that file right there. Now, the info tab custom fields work differently than a lot of other custom fields, of course. Most of the rest of the fields are available under the settings tab of whatever they relate to. Let's look at adding a custom field to be used on the admissions tab of a profile. Admissions admins will go to admissions and then to settings and then to admissions fields. And then over here on the right, we'll click add field. Now let's dig into some of these additional field types here. Obviously, we have a text field, which is great if you have a very large variety of potential responses. However, one of the things that you need to think about is what you want to end up with. Because some fields you're tracking so that you can eventually report on these data, let's say you track peanut allergies, you can report on how many students have peanut allergies. Or let's say you want your admissions reps to indicate a lead's level of interest, say low, moderate, or high. That means you don't necessarily want to rely on your staff typing in values here. Someone misspells something or adds a weird space before the value, it's going to be harder to keep things straight when you go to report. That's when these fields here, select, checkbox, and radio, are useful. They enable you to create values that your staff chooses from, ensuring that you get good data in your reporting. Let's choose the select option here and create some values. We'll use that example of admissions reps gauging a lead's level of interest. We want them to have the option to choose between moderate, low, and high. Why did I enter them out of order? To demonstrate the fact that we have the ability to reorder them. Let me just click low and drag it up there. Now they're reordered. And there you go. Are you happy? Once I have those values entered, I can save this. Then whoever's setting those fields on a profile, users with the admissions admin or the admissions roles, would go to the profile, then to admissions, and then over here on the right, they would be able to click add. We'll select the correct field. Leads level of interest was the one we created. And this has the values that we can choose. I select the correct value and then save. Let's talk about data permissions real quick. You can choose whether or not the profile owner can see this field and then whether or not they can edit it. Also, if someone has a role that would let them see and edit the field, that overrides this setting. So if a student has a staff role, they can see a custom field on their info tab. And just so you know, a little tidbit here, default here works the same way that not visible to profile owner does. Like I said, there's a lot of additional information about data permissions and roles in the longer video linked below. Go to the long video, jump to that section, dig in, become a master. But before you do, on this video, click that like button. It's what a nice, good person would do. Click subscribe and turn on notifications. You can check us out on social media. The links are in the description below. I've been Josh for Populi, and you've been great. Thanks for watching.